Joe Hughes joins us with highlights from today's Heisman Trophy Award ceremony. Joe?
Yes, and it was very interesting for all of us in the Treasure Valley watching this tonight.
With bated breath, yes.
To say the least, a big night for the fans in Boise, an even bigger night for the native Jake Plummer in the running for the Heisman Trophy tonight, the highest individual honor in college football. And it's a dapper-looking Jake Plummer tonight. I'm not used to seeing Jake without the hat on backwards, but he does it upright. And here's the announcement of the winner.
The winner of the 1996 Heisman Trophy is awarded to Danny Warfield, University of Florida.
So, yeah, we're a little disappointed in the outcome, but you see Jake to the left right there. He was very happy for it. Well, at least he appeared so for Mr. Werfel. Jake actually finishes third in the voting. Iowa State running back Troy Davis finished second to the Heisman Trophy winner, who, of course, is Danny Werfel of Florida. And we will be hearing from Jake Plummer coming up in sports on his take of coming in third for the Heisman Trophy.
What an honor.
Still, he was there, and yeah, incredible.
Look forward to it. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, we turn our focus now to the subject that has been getting a great deal of attention lately, the environment. How important of a role have environmental issues played in Idaho this year, and what's ahead for 97? In this report, Matt Lorch looks to the future and shows you how some proposed rules could affect national forests and outdoor recreation.
Conquering the top environmental issues of 1997 could be a rough ride. Next year, don't expect a jet boat every day on the Snake River. New restrictions prohibit it. And motorized vehicles may soon be outlawed in portions of southwest Idaho and southeast Oregon. But the biggest issue lies within our national forests and public lands.
As a lot of people talk about forest health, and to people like me, the real issue is legal health. This agency, for example, is overwhelmed with laws.
Which is why U.S. Senator Larry Craig launched his new bill.
What Senator Craig wants to do with this bill is build some continuity into forest management.
The bill would force states to take over and manage at least an entire national forest or BLM district. And it would limit the appeals that block logging, mining, or grazing of public lands.
You can do it just by writing a letter and stop a $1 million project from going forward. There's something wrong with that process.
Which is kind of like putting the fox in charge of the hen house.
Craig Gerke is one environmentalist who opposes the bill. He says without appeals, the people who use the land most lose their say.
What they've argued all along is they want a predictable supply of timber. And that's legit, but we just think that they need to step back and think, well, remember all these other things come off the forest too. People like to go up there and hunt, they go up there and camp. The laws are in place to protect that.
As for the environmental experts' take on Craig's bill,
The last thing is we need here is a one-size-fits-all solution. You know, maybe we ought to try something in Idaho and they should try something different in Montana.
it's a forest fight that may come crashing down in 1997. Matt Lorch, Channel 6 News.
Idaho's other U.S. senator is also talking tough on the environment. Today, during a Republican radio address, Senator Dirk Kempthorne announced he wants to change the Endangered Species Act.
Should we make concerted efforts to save species? Absolutely. Can we rewrite the law to allow us to save species while balancing the needs of our communities? Well, we'd better.
This year, Kempthorne helped pass the Safe Drinking Water Act. He hopes for the same success with the endangered species reform. In his national radio address, the former Boise mayor also tried to drum up donations for an Idaho Falls woman who needs a pancreas transplant. Kempthorne spoke about Holly Shaw's plight and called it an example of what people can do when they come together. Kempthorne says the operation will cost $110,000 to help Shaw with the medical bills. Her community is rallying and so far has raised $50,000 so far. Well, hope follows panic and confusion in New Orleans tonight. A grain freighter plowed into the city's popular Riverwalk shopping mall. The ship apparently lost power. It sounded its horn 3 minutes before the collision. So far, no fatalities have been confirmed. There are dozens of injuries, and there's a report that 4 mentally retarded children are missing. Relatives of TWA Flight 800 victims met with federal investigators in Washington today, but learned little to ease their frustrations. Investigators are now raising the possibility that static electricity could have caused an explosion aboard the plane. While the dispute continues over the cause of the disaster, some survivors are finding it difficult just to meet their financial obligations. Now the families say it's time for the airline to help.
But the important thing is there has been an agreement to go ahead, to take action to set up a memorial and to consult the families to see how they feel, what proposal do they have to make and how they feel about it.
Meanwhile, at the Citadel in South Carolina, a cadet has been suspended because of the alleged hazing of 2 female cadets. The hazing incident happened about 4 weeks ago and allegedly involved someone spraying cadets with a flammable liquid and setting their clothes on fire. Officials said no one was injured. In Oregon, a trailer fire has left a family of 4 dead. The victims died as they slept in their mobile home. The fire broke out early this morning in rural Washington County, west of Portland. A dispatcher says a woman and man were killed, as well as a 4-year-old girl and 2-year-old boy. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Here at home, firefighters say holiday lights caused a fire that burned the inside of a South Boise home. No one was in the house when the fire started. Fortunately, it did not burn hot and did not burn much, but the table that the lights were sitting on, a Whitney firefighter said the lights were in a wreath decoration and shorted out. The home was damaged extensively by smoke. Today's fire is a strong reminder to turn off all holiday lights when you leave your home. Well, it has been over a year since fire ravaged a popular strip mall in Boise, and now the merchants of Vista Village are finally hearing cash registers ring with holiday cheer. A massive September fire laid to waste 5 stores in the shopping center last fall. While firemen battled the flames, store keeps work to save their merchandise. Still, for stores like Hardee's Sports Replay, the images of this rescue left the perception they too had been burned out, but they hadn't.
Probably 6 to 7 months later, we were still getting calls daily asking if we were open. So it was not positive to us. But with the reconstruction of the building now, things are 100% better.
Business is going so well that mall managers expect Woodcraft Supply Corporation to open for business next year. Woodcraft is a national chain store specializing in working tools. Well, tons of holiday fun when we come back, including Are You a Santa Devotee? Also ahead, a bell ringer has shoppers doing a double take. And later in the show, Boise's own Jake Plummer has the biggest day of his life. That and more. Stay with us.
You always get more for less at Michael's Mattress Express.
It's the Holiday Simmons sale at Michael's Mattress Express. Save now on every Maxopedic, Back Care, and Famous Beauty Rest mattress set. Yes, every style, every size, every firmness at great holiday savings. 4 convenient locations at 623 Americana Boulevard, Fairview in Milwaukee, Glenwood and State, and next to Kmart at Park Center and Apple.
You always get more for less at Michael's Mattress Express.
There comes a time in a person's life when they have to drive over the pass. Yeah, you know the one. 32 switchbacks, no guardrails, snow most of the time. Well, I wouldn't attempt this feat in my old college car. But now, since I got a sweet deal on this totally redesigned Escort, I have the security of safety cell construction, dual airbags, and front-wheel drive. Plus an engine with more power than Honda or Toyota. So now I'm known to be pass on the pass.
The word has gone out to every future shop in North America.
Everything!
To every department.
Everything?
For the first time ever, in every department, in every future shop store, everything is on sale. Like this Remote Control Techniques 5-disc CD player on sale for $169. Or this Remote Control Fisher CD boombox with surround sound, only $89. So if you want to save and save big.
Everything?
Everything is on sale, but hurry.
Nafziger's Men's Store is the place to go when you want and need to look your very best. With quality men's apparel like shirts from BD Baggies, Nautica, and Gant. Sweaters from Tundra, St. Croix, and Woolridge. A full line of quality Pendleton clothing and suits by Bill Blast and Hart Schaffner and Marks. And at Nafziger's, we never charge for alterations. It's all waiting for you at Nafziger's, 1st Street South in downtown Nampa.
Coming in about.
You're watching Channel 6 News, the 10 o'clock report.
Little kids aren't the only true believers. A survey by U.S. News and World Report finds that 9% of the adults in this country still believe in Santa Claus. Most of the people who said they once believed say they gave it up by the age of 10. Another 4% said they never did buy it. Other findings in that survey include 48% think the Santa Claus tradition detracts from the religious celebration of Christmas. 20% say it enhances the holiday. 90% hold the celebration of Christmas to be important, while 69% say the holiday has lost meaning for most people. There was plenty of holiday cheer to go around today in Boise, including some from a familiar face at a familiar kettle. Governor Batt donned a red hat and jingle bells to raise money for the Salvation Army today. He says it's a small price to pay for a good cause.
It isn't so much the money, it's the idea that we need to help those out there who have trouble helping themselves during this season particularly. So I'm very happy to be part of it.
Meanwhile, across town, another group was helping those less fortunate. Volunteers wrapped gifts for low-income kids at the Warm Springs Counseling Center. The gifts were made possible by a grant from the Women's Fitness Celebration. About 80 kids from the Boise area will have a merrier Christmas thanks to these volunteers. And here's a great holiday gift idea that shows off some local pride. There's now a Boise rendition of the famously popular board game Monopoly. It's called, appropriately, Boise-opoly, and it's available in stores just in time for Christmas. Local kids are the brainchild behind this version. It's played just like Monopoly, but the City of Trees is the playing field, and local companies like Orida and Boise Cascade are the properties players buy, sell, and trade. Boise-opoly is being sold in some Payless stores. The price for the game is $20. And just say it a couple times and it becomes kind of a household word. Boise-opoly, Boise-opoly.
Yeah, we've been saying it all night.
We sure have.
I'm going to get a hotel on Broadway.
And yeah, on Broadway, you betcha. Well, Dave is in, and he's got some real big weather news, and it's called what? Dropping temperatures?
Frigid temperatures, just darn cold. Any way you slice it, temperatures are on their way down. We'll tell you about it when we come back.
First time you try a Toblerone chocolate orange, please be compassionate and knock it out before you eat it.
Whack and unwrap to enjoy smooth chocolate with a touch of orange flavor. Toblerone Chocolate Orange. Chocolate with a twist.
If your customer's clothing gets wrinkled, 800-776-SUIT will connect them to the nearest Men's Warehouse and will press it for free. I guarantee it.
The Men's Warehouse, Milwaukee Street at Franklin Road.
When news happens, Channel 6 is there. When a cargo plane crashed near the Boise airport, Channel 6 News was on the scene, keeping you informed.
There is a large amount of fuel splashed all over the fuselage,
bringing you team coverage and gripping eyewitness accounts.
It was very devastating.
And Channel 6 News was first to tell you how a fire on the same plane earlier in the week may have foretold the crew's fate.
And that is an issue that we are looking at very seriously.
When news matters, turn to Channel 6 News. Watch us work for you.
She never lets me finish
a sentence.
Every family communicates differently.
Her face tells me everything.
But now, AT&T Wireless Services is making it easier with a gift of cellular. The AT&T Go phone is $19.99 a month with 2 hours of local evening and weekend calling, plus a $50 airtime credit. It's everything you need, all wrapped up in one affordable package.
First, you got to push the power button.
Oh, yeah, of course. Get a little power, a little oomph.
All the power, all the action, all the glory. The Rose Bowl is the ultimate in college sports, and now's your chance to be a part of the action. Channel 6 ABC is sending one lucky viewer and a guest to see the Rose Bowl. Plus, passes for a fun-filled day at Disneyland. Enter at any Vista Village merchant for your chance to win. One qualifier will be drawn during Dave Tester Sports every Monday at 10, November 25th through December 16th. Then on December 23rd, Dave will draw the grand prize winner. So enter today to run away to the Rose Bowl with Channel 6 at Vista Village.
We're looking forward to a night of a lot of stars, but cooler temperatures tonight, but not nearly as cool as they're going to get. More on that in a moment. Right now, things are cooling down around the Northwest. In fact, things are dropping below 20 degrees up in Montana, also down here in Elko, Nevada. But it's chilly now, 27 degrees in Boise, and going to get a little chillier, 30 degrees in Nampa, 28 degrees in Caldwell. The winds are south at 5 miles an hour. Humidity is 81%. Barometric pressure 30.68. For the record, we got to 38 degrees today, and that is exactly where we should be. The overnight low last night, 25 degrees, going to be around that tonight too. That's pretty close to normal. The record set on this day, 64 degrees in 1929 and -9 degrees back in 1972. Now, the reason we have mostly clear skies and cooler temperatures is because of a large ridge of high pressure that is going to dominate the weather for the next week. Even though we can see some of this cloud cover kind of spilling over that ridge into the panhandle of Idaho, and that's going to bring them the possibility tomorrow of a little snow shower activity and maybe some morning fog. It won't reach the southern part of the state. We are going to be dominated by high pressure. And that means lots of sunshine during the day, but it also means cold temperatures as air from Alaska is coming our way, courtesy of the jet stream. Yes, this cool air is going to be dragged down through the northwest, especially in our neighborhood, and the high-pressure ridge is going to stay right where it is, at least through the end of the week, when temperatures will drop into the single digits. For tonight, we're talking clear and cool in the Magic Valley, 21 degrees in Twin Falls, 22 in Burley. Mostly sunny tomorrow morning. Clouds rolling in by the afternoon won't bring any precipitation, 38 degrees for a high temperature. Mostly clear and cold in mountain locations, 2 degrees in Sun Valley and 13 degrees overnight in McCall. Increasing clouds throughout the days in the mountain tomorrow, and a chance of some snow, not a whole lot of accumulation late in the day, 32 degrees for a high in McCall. Clear skies and cool temperatures tonight down to 22 degrees. And for tomorrow, mostly sunny, at least until the afternoon when the clouds will start to roll in. We'll get up to 40 degrees tomorrow. Now, in the 5-day forecast, I've been telling you the temperatures are going to get dramatically cooler. That happens starting Monday night into Tuesday morning. By the end of the week, say around Thursday, 20 degrees for a high temperature Wednesday, 21 on Thursday, and overnight lows in the single digits down near zero. If you get up into the foothills at all, it's going to be zero.
Boy, you weren't kidding. You
So,
said it was going to get chilly.
turn the electric blanket up.
Most definitely. Jack Frost making his big appearance this week.
Big.
Thanks a lot. Well, as we said, there is more with Jake Plummer coming up in sports. But first, Joe has Bronco Blueprint and the results from the championship game of the BYU Cougar Classic.
Bronco Blueprint is brought to you by the United Dairymen of Idaho, your Golden Rule dealers, U.S. Bank, Chili's Grill and Bar, Southwest Airlines, your Treasure Valley Dodge dealers, Cimarron Chili, Les Schwab Tires, and by Jack in the Box.
Maybe it's not the best matchup for the fans in Provo, Utah in the title game of the BYU Cougar Classic, but the Boise State Broncos are happy to be the spoiler in the tournament, going against St. Mary's, California tonight in the championship, and it's everything you want in a championship game except for the outcome in these parts. Jerry Washington misses a shot at the buzzer, and the Broncos lose the title game of the Cougar Classic by just 1 point, 58-57 to St. Mary's. That's the men's story. The women are shooting for their first win of the season tomorrow. Granted, the Broncos have spent most of the season on the road and against nationally ranked opponents. First-year coach Tricia Stevens is off to an 0-6 start, but they've come close to beating a couple of Pac-10 schools, and as Stevens tells us, this young team will learn how to win.
Played such a tough schedule to get us ready for conference. And the bottom line with me is we want to do well when conference comes around. And this other teams in our conference might be playing, you know, nobodies. And their record obviously looks a lot better than us. They're not playing Iowa and Arkansas and Florida and Clemson. So, I mean, the losses that we've had, we're learning from them. And I honestly believe that, you know, as long as they don't break us, they'll make us a better team down the road.
The team hosts Idaho State tomorrow at 2 in the Pavilion. Highlights tomorrow at 5:30. You heard Stevens mention Clemson and Florida among the teams they'll play. The Broncos will host those teams next weekend, the BSU Holiday Tournament, Friday and Saturday at the Pavilion. Well, stay with us. We'll hear from Boise's Jake Plummer next about the Heisman Trophy presentation. But first, your scores.
Is craftsmanship and quality just a thing of the past? The past is alive with fine furniture from Borkholder at Homestead Furniture. Borkholder furnishings are made by Amish craftsmen of solid wood and finished by hand. Invite the natural beauty and charm of this heirloom quality furniture into your home with 30% off all Borkholder furnishings in stock and 35% off special orders. Invest in the past and the future with the real wood, real Amish craftsmanship of Borkholder, only at Homestead Furniture, 4501 Chinden Boulevard. Where the angels shop. My Lady's Heart, upper level, Boise Town Square. This portion of Channel 6 News is brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Quality people, quality products, where you'll find America's best-selling cars and trucks. Taurus, Escort, Ranger, and Ford F-150.
Ford Taurus, America's best-selling car, now comes with its best incentives of the year. $1,000 cash back or $217 a month for 24 months. $1,000 in cash on every 96 Taurus in stock, or $217 a month when you lease a 97 Taurus. This is the best offer of the year. $1,000 cash back or $217 a month for 24 months. With incentives this good, Taurus inventories are sure to go fast. So see your local Ford dealer today.
As we told you earlier in the news, Boise's Jake Plummer did not win the Heisman Trophy today. It was sort of like a presidential election. The most nationally known guy who was in the campaign for over a year took home the top prize. But as Rebecca Lewis tells us, Jake didn't mind.
And for the moment you've all been waiting for, the winner of the 1996 Heisman Trophy is awarded to Danny Warfield, University of Florida.
So Boise's Jake Plummer won't go down as the year's best college football player. But the whole Plummer family was in attendance at the Downtown Athletic Club tonight, and they were just pleased as punch to be a part of the Heisman Gala.
It's a good time just to be here, and I mean, the show's just centered on us four, and what a great honor.
This was a long shot the whole time, and so I don't think there's any disappointment on our part because it was, it definitely went to the person that it was supposed to go to.
And Heisman or no, the snake wormed his way into the hearts of many on this run. Rebecca Lewis, Channel 6 Sports.
Now Jake will focus full-time on getting ready for the Rose Bowl. He leads his Sun Devils into a New Year's Day battle against Ohio State, and you can see that game right here on Channel 6. Well, since Northwest Nazarene and Albertson College have hooked up for another tournament championship game tonight, these two teams will meet a total of 4 times this season. The first meeting went to overtime. Tonight, the Golden Rule Shootout title is decided. Let's go to the highlights of this one. Albertson's Bobby Ledeen inside with the left-handed scoop for the Coyotes. Is there in a close game? This would be the highlight of the night. Taylor Ebright in and out. Look at it again. Could have got down with the foul. NNC on the run. They're the #1 team in the nation. And great passing to Jawanza Hadley for the bucket. We'll see NNC on the run again here. Brett Darnell, he's not going to get it, but John DeRoos with the putback, and the final count in this one, NNC wins it 85-71. Actually, that's 74 should be the final. 85-74. NNC is 11-1. Albertson College is 4-4. Finally, a big girls game on the hardwood tonight. Second-ranked Bora High School against the defending state champions from Centennial. And at Bora, Centennial's leading the game at this point because Elisha Booth is getting the bucket and the foul. But here's Summer Davis. She's been injured at times with a rotator cuff injury, and right here she tweaks it a little bit again, but she would come back late in the game and hit a couple of key three-pointers, just like Eden Bates here for Bora. She gets the bucket, a big three-pointer, and Bora wins it 42-36 is the final. The Lions are 6-2 on the year, winning that game over Centennial tonight. And let's mention as well that the Seattle Mariners are up for sale again.
Right.
So they may be leaving the Northwest. They've had a lot of setbacks on that, getting that new stadium built. And now the owners are upset and said they're not going to deal with the Kingdom folks anymore, and they're going to sell the team.
It's do or die for King County.
Yeah, it's real crunch time.
Right, and I hear the fate could be, what, decided as soon as tomorrow night?
Yeah,
it's coming down the pipe.
It's pretty hot and heavy right now among those parties.
Okay, thanks a lot, Joe. Well, coming up, a Christmas tradition gives kids with cancer a day away from it all. A story that tugs at the heartstrings when we come back.
You always get more for less at Michael's Mattress Express.
It's the Holiday Simmons sale at Michael's Mattress Express. Save now on every Maxipedic, Back Care, and Famous Beauty Rest mattress set. Yes, every style, every size, every firmness at great holiday savings. 4 convenient locations at 623 Americana Boulevard, Fairview in Milwaukee, Glenwood and State, and next to Kmart at Park Center and Apple.
You always get more for less at Michael's Mattress Express.
Vista Village, Boise's gateway to shopping, is your unique choice for Christmas. For over 40 years, Vista Village has had everything. So why fight the traffic and crowds when you can park right in front of the store that is just what you need, with people inside who are happy to see you. Vista Village is just down from the airport on Vista, or up Capitol from downtown. With over 25 great stores, Vista Village has everything. Jewelry and clothes, hardware and sporting goods, dining, glasses, photography, gifts, flowers, even banking. Vista Village, Boise's unique gateway.
Monday morning, just at the right time of the year, we have some news for dieters.
How do you know which vegetables are really low calorie? We'll tell you Monday morning on 6 and 6:30.
How do you drive in weather like this? Click here for the answer. Les Schwab Snow Tires, featuring an all-new lightweight stud, strong on traction, yet easier on our roads. Ask about it, and ask about the all-new HK1, the ultimate in winter traction. Chains all types, including quick fit chains. To save time and money during winter changeover, Les Schwab Snow Wheels. Batteries, winter tough, with free installation. Les Schwab, it's who you depend on to get a grip on winter.
Nafziger's Men's Store is the place to go when you want and need to look your very best. With quality men's apparel like shirts from BD Baggies, Nautica, and Gant. Sweaters from Tundra, St. Croix, and Woolridge. A full line of quality Pendleton clothing and suits by Bill Blass and Hart Schaffner and Marks. And at Nafziger's, we never charge for alterations. It's all waiting for you at Nafziger's, 1st Street South in downtown Nampa.
For children with cancer, the battle is constant, but today a number of local kids got a break from it all with a lift from Old St. Nick.
I said Santa will get me a straw bug.
3.5-year-old Ian McNeil has leukemia. Santa and Mrs. Claus handed out hugs to Ian and dozens of other children with cancer at St. Luke's Hospital today. The Candlelighter Christmas party brings kids with cancer together for a day.
I feel more comfortable because I'm the only one, not the only one out there.
Candlelighters is a parent support group for children who have or who have had cancer. So good to see those kids having a great time. Neat story. Quick check with weather.
Weather, well, tomorrow, clouds rolling in the afternoon, get up to about 40 degrees, but after that, things are going south temperature-wise.
Dramatically.
Very much so.
Dropping, yeah. We'll be back tomorrow, 5:30 and 10. Hope to see you then. Have a great one. Good night.
Good night.
I'm not aware of any store in the surrounding community that has the quality and selection that Brass & Copper Emporium has.
Oh, I love the unique gifts. They're priced reasonably. I enjoy everything about it. I feel as though the owner's gone through and handpicked each gift.
I shop here because they have new things all the time, and it's just a great place to be.
It's a pleasure to do business with the people at the Brass & Copper Emporium.
Brass & Copper Emporium at Boise Town Square.
Boise Town Square is the best thing that ever hit Boise.
Hi, Deidre here for Owyhee Sheet Metal. If you live in a castle or a more conventional home, day and night in Owyhee Sheet Metal can make you cozy with the latest in high-tech day and night equipment. Hawaii Sheet Metal has high-quality day and night equipment and people who are trained and qualified to service your heating system 24 hours a day.
Call us for free estimates and quality installation from your day and night dealer, Hawaii Sheet Metal.
Season's greetings from Channel 6.
Yo, you're watching A, B, C.
That's all the letters you need, isn't it? Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tracy Smith.
My name is Craig Jackson, and you're watching Channel 1 News, where we bring the